The city lay in ruins. Buildings had crumbled. Once a bustling metropolis, it was now a ghost town, a shadow of its former self. The echoes of a vibrant past seemed to linger in the air, but all that remained were the skeletal structures of what used to be. The city had been abandoned for decades, left to the mercy of time and the elements. Streets were covered in dust. The roads, once filled with the hustle and bustle of daily life, were now blanketed in a thick layer of debris. The silence was deafening, broken only by the occasional rustle of the wind through the empty streets. It was as if the city itself was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. This was a place forgotten by time. Nature had begun to reclaim what was once hers, with vines creeping up the sides of buildings and trees sprouting through cracks in the pavement. The city was a testament to the relentless march of time, a reminder that nothing lasts forever. A team of explorers walked through the silence. Their footsteps echoed eerily through the empty streets, the only sign of life in an otherwise lifeless place. They moved with purpose, their eyes scanning the surroundings for any signs of what had happened here. The team was led by Dr. Emily Carter. A renowned archaeologist, she had dedicated her life to uncovering the secrets of the past. Her determination and expertise had brought her to this forsaken place, driven by a desire to understand the mysteries that lay hidden within the ruins. She was an expert in ancient cultures. Her knowledge was vast, and her passion for discovery was unmatched. She believed that the ruins held the key to understanding a lost civilization, one that had vanished without a trace. With her was Jake, a strong and silent man. A survival expert, he was the backbone of the team, always ready to face any challenge that came their way. His calm demeanor and unwavering resolve made him an invaluable asset in the harsh conditions they faced. He knew how to survive anywhere. His skills had been honed through years of experience in some of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. He was a man of few words, but his actions spoke volumes. The last member was Ben, young and eager. A newcomer to the world of exploration, he was full of enthusiasm and curiosity. This was his first expedition, and he was determined to prove himself. He was on his first expedition. His eyes were wide with wonder as he took in the sights around him, every detail a new discovery. He was eager to learn, to uncover the secrets that the city held. They moved carefully through the ruins. Every step was taken with caution, as the ground beneath them was unstable and treacherous. They knew that one wrong move could spell disaster. The air was heavy with the past. It was as if the city itself was a living, breathing entity filled with memories of a time long gone. The atmosphere was thick with history, and the team could feel the weight of it pressing down on them. "This place is incredible," whispered Ben. "What happened here?" Nobody knew the answer. The city was a mystery, a puzzle waiting to be solved. The team was determined to uncover the truth, no matter how long it took. The city was a mystery. Its secrets were buried deep within the ruins, waiting to be discovered. The team knew that they had a long journey ahead of them, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay in their path. The adventure had just begun. Dr. Carter examined a broken wall. The markings were strange. They seemed to pulse with an energy that was both ancient and otherworldly. She had spent years studying ancient civilizations, but these symbols were unlike anything she had ever encountered. They seemed to whisper secrets of a time long forgotten, a time when the world was a very different place. The air around her felt charged, as if the very stones were alive with history. They were like nothing she had seen before. The symbols glowed faintly, casting an eerie light on the surrounding stones. Each symbol seemed to tell a story, a fragment of a larger narrative that was just out of reach. Dr. Carter felt a shiver run down her spine as she traced the lines with her fingers. What could these markings mean? Who had created them, and for what purpose? "This writing, it's unlike anything I've encountered," she muttered. Her mind raced with possibilities. Could this be evidence of an unknown civilization, or perhaps a message from another world. The implications were staggering. She knew she had to proceed with caution, but the thrill of discovery was too great to ignore. Jake scanned their surroundings, his hand resting on his weapon. He was the team's protector, always on alert for any signs of danger. The ruins were silent, but he couldn't shake the feeling that they were not alone. Every shadow seemed to hide a potential threat, and every sound was amplified in the stillness. "This place gives me the creeps," he admitted. "Like we're being watched." His voice was low, but the tension was clear. The ruins had a way of playing tricks on the mind, making even the bravest feel vulnerable. Jake's instincts were rarely wrong, and his unease only heightened the group's sense of urgency. Ben shivered. He felt it too. A presence. It was as if the very air was alive with unseen eyes watching their every move. He tried to shake off the feeling, but it clung to him like a shadow. The deeper they ventured into the ruins, the stronger the sensation became. It was both thrilling and terrifying. They pressed on, deeper into the heart of the ruined city. Each step took them further from the safety of the known world and closer to the mysteries that lay hidden in the shadows. The ruins seemed to stretch on forever, a labyrinth of stone and secrets. The team moved cautiously, their senses heightened by the unknown. The silence was broken only by the crunch of their boots on the dusty ground. Every footfall echoed through the empty corridors, a reminder of the countless souls who had walked these paths before them. The dust swirled around their feet, disturbed for the first time in centuries. It was a haunting reminder of the passage of time. What secrets did this place hold? The question lingered in the air unanswered. The ruins were a puzzle, each piece waiting to be discovered. As they ventured deeper, the sense of anticipation grew. They were on the brink of a discovery that could change everything. The whispers of the past were calling, and they were ready to listen. They turned a corner, their hearts pounding with anticipation. The ancient city had been a maze of narrow passages and towering structures, each corner revealing new mysteries. The air was thick with the scent of history, dust, and the faint aroma of something unidentifiable, something ancient. There, in the middle of the ruins, was a sight that took their breath away. The explorers had seen many wonders in their time, but this was different. It was as if the very air around the structure was charged with an electric energy, making the hairs on their arms stand on end. It was a pyramid, but not like any they'd seen before. This one was made of a black stone that seemed to drink in the light around it, creating an eerie contrast with the bright desert sun. The edges were sharp, almost too perfect, as if crafted by hands not of this world. It glowed. The pyramid was made of a strange black stone. The glow was not harsh or blinding, but soft and inviting, like the gentle pulse of a heartbeat. It was mesmerizing, drawing the explorers closer with each passing second. It seemed to absorb the light, and from within a soft pulsating glow emanated. The light seemed to have a rhythm, a life of its own, as if the pyramid itself was alive, breathing, waiting. The explorers could feel the pulse in their own chests, sinking with the mysterious glow, like a heartbeat. "What is that?" Ben breathed, awestruck. His voice was barely a whisper, but in the silence of the ruins it sounded like a shout. The other explorers exchanged glances, each one feeling the same mix of wonder and fear. He reached out, drawn to the light. Jake pulled him back. The pull of the light was almost irresistible, like a siren's call. Ben's fingers tingled as they neared the glow, a sensation both thrilling and terrifying. "Careful, lad," he warned. "Don't know what that is." Jake's voice was steady, but his eyes betrayed his own fascination. The pyramid was a mystery, one that promised answers but also danger. The explorers knew they had to proceed with caution, for the glowing pyramid held secrets that could change everything. Dr. Carter couldn't take her eyes off it. "It's pulsating," she observed, "like a heartbeat." The light grew brighter, then dimmer in a steady rhythm. They circled the pyramid cautiously. It was perfectly smooth with no visible entrance. The strange writing from the wall was etched here too, glowing faintly. The air grew colder as they approached the pyramid. The feeling of being watched intensified. "There's something not right about this place," Jake muttered. Section 5. A beckoning light. The light from the pyramid intensified. It pulsed faster, stronger. Then images began to form within the light. Visions. Ben gasped. "Look!" The visions were fleeting, blurry, but they were clear enough to recognize. Strange landscapes, alien creatures, impossible cities. Dr. Carter was captivated. "These are other worlds," she whispered. The pyramid was showing them something beyond their understanding. Section 6. Visions of other worlds. The visions shifted. A planet of crystal waterfalls, a forest of giant mushrooms that glowed with their own light, a sky filled with stars of every color imaginable. Ben was mesmerized. He felt a pull towards the light, a yearning to step into those impossible worlds. "It's beautiful," he breathed. Jake, ever cautious, remained wary. "What is this place?" he wondered aloud, "and why are we seeing this?" The pyramid offered no answers, only more wonders. Section 7. Into the unknown. Dr. Carter reached out to touch the pyramid. As her hand made contact, the visions exploded in a blinding flash. The world around them dissolved. When the light subsided, they found themselves in a circular chamber. The walls were covered in the same strange symbols, now glowing brightly. The air hummed with energy. They were no longer in the ruined city. The pyramid had transported them, but where? Section 8. The pyramid's secret. They were alone. The pyramid stood in the center of the chamber, its light pulsing gently. It was smaller now, like a miniature version of the one outside. "Where are we?" Ben asked, his voice echoing strangely in the chamber. Dr. Carter shook her head. "I don't know," she admitted. The symbols on the wall seemed to writhe and shift. They were like a living language, whispering secrets the explorers couldn't understand. Section 9. A glimpse beyond. As they watched, the pyramid began to spin, slowly at first, then faster and faster. The light intensified, filling the chamber with its glow. Suddenly, a crack appeared in the pyramid's surface. A single eye opened, staring at them with ancient wisdom, and then, just as suddenly, it was gone. The pyramid stopped spinning. The light faded. They were left in darkness, forever changed by what they had seen. The universe held wonders beyond their wildest dreams.